Good evening, beautiful weirdos. How are you guys tonight? Hi, I hope you guys had a nice Sunday afternoon. Hey, Jose Del Rosario, horoscope time. Yeah, hello, Sefin. Hello, Interis. Bruh. Brosif. Hey, lagging. Are we lagging? Modbot, look into it. I'm awake. Good, Fox. Oh. I need to get that meditation stream scheduled for you guys so you get some sleep after these streams, you know. Toy and the idea, welcome. Hey, no worries. It was a great morning session, very chill, very relaxed. We had a lot of fun chatting. Only got 2 done in the stream, but I posted a few more that I finished up on Twitter. Oh, you see Fox brought bread for everybody to keep us all carb loaded if we're feeling sleepy. Hey, no problem there. I got the chill jams running, so if you fall asleep, don't feel bad. I won't be offended, I promise, Shaded Light. Is that you? Hey, so that's Aries. Are you an Aries? What's your sign, Jose? Okay, Modbot, thanks. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Oh, Minty. She's so cool. I love her design. Today's my trial high school finishing exam for advanced English. Oh my gosh. It's a lot of pressure. You should get some sleep, my friend. Or at least, if you can't sleep, try to turn the brightness down on your monitor and just sit back and listen. Don't feel like you have to switch back and forth between tabs and stuff like that. Take it easy. Your brain deserves to rest. It does a lot of work. All right, you guys. Let's get into our first one of the evening. We're going to do Scorpio and his cute little Team Luna hat. Luna Crew hat. Don't think it's pressure. Everyone in class thinks I'm the best from English. Oh. In the end, though, what do you think? How do you feel about it? Oh. Because ultimately, I know it doesn't feel like it, but ultimately what you think is going to matter more in the end. Oh, well, you and your teacher, I suppose. I care what your teacher thinks. Your professor. Hey, Kanan, welcome. Okay, you say Luna, I say Kanan. Hey, Sumio. Sumio. All right. So, like I did in the morning stream, I'm going to start with backgrounds first, but I'll get in a little closer so it's easier to see what I'm doing. Hey, Figgy! Welcome back! Hey, Fig was a big brave dog, and he sketched along with me. So, you guys, also, that's another option. If you want to relax and sketch along with me. I mean, you don't have to sketch the exact same thing I'm doing, because I've already done the drawing part, but if you want to doodle on a scratch pad, do it. Scorpio is very comfy. He looks very smooshed, but in a pleasant way. All right, everybody. What did everybody do today? Anything interesting or fun? Let's see. I want a washy watercolor background. So we're going to get our big watercolor brush. And he's going to be... I don't want him to be red because then he'll just look like a lobster. So I maybe make him either orange or maybe purple or something. So the background will be some kind of... I don't know, red. We'll do the background will be red. Rather than make him red, we will make the background red. But to do that, we will start with orange. I know. So a watercolor technique, Control-Z, that I, if you're interested in trying it, one of the very first watercolor tips I ever got was, whatever you're painting, no matter what you're painting, go from lightest color in the painting to dark. And the way you know that is you know, do a color sketch first. Like, do a little thumbnail drawing of what you want and figure out what colors you want. Basically, you don't have to figure out every single shade, or hue, but, you know, do a color thing and then figure out what the lightest color is going to be. Not white. White doesn't count, besides white. So usually, not always, but usually it's yellow. And then you kind of pile your other colors on top of that, and that's how you create depth without making things look muddy. You worked overtime. Boo. I hope you got paid for overtime. You ignored your responsibilities and took a nap. Well, hopefully you needed that nap, and that the consequences of avoiding your responsibilities do not outweigh the benefit of that nap. Because sometimes, you know what? Naps are a necessity. You recorded yourself reading something dramatic for a video. I don't like my voice at all, though. Very few people do. I think I saw a TED Talk once about there's actually some sort of like psychological reason why we don't like the sound of our own voice. I might post it. If I'll find it, I'll post it in the Discord channel somewhere. It was very fascinating. It's actually very common. There are very few people who actually like the sound of their own voice. Yes, Fox. Sun is important, but not for your eyes. Yeah. And Fireholder helped Sumi in Minecraft. Had fun playing with some of his viewers. New friendos for the win. Yay! That's awesome. I gotta get to Sumio. I gotta get to one of your Minecraft streams. I would love to. I want to see your frozen icy kingdom. I mean, I also mean Finland by that as well. But your IRL icy kingdom. Yes. If you go to my Twitter page, Toy and Be Idea, if you scroll down just a little bit, you'll find a link to the Discord channel. I found I can get the sound I hear to mimic the sound I hear. I found if I get the sound I hear to mimic the sound I hear, it's not as bad. Redundancy, Department of Redundancy? Clarify, sir. Oh, you're the sound I hear from the speakers. Okay, I thought there was I was missing something there. Hey, Firestorm. Ooh, a lot of fire in the chat. We got Firebringer, or Fireholder. We got Firestorm. We got Shaded Light, which could be fire-based. Let's see. Minecraft will be every Sunday. All right. Seven, but you'll be disappointed because Godbot doesn't have his own account. You know, I was thinking about the next time I do Minecraft, which will be next week. Thinking about how to make, because I have my temple. It's pretty much built. I mean, I'm gonna jazz it up a lot, but the bones are there. But I was thinking about, again, how am I gonna make what is the idol going to look like? Because you can't do a whole lot with idle building, at least at that scale, in Minecraft. So I was like, what do I do? And then I thought, well, Modbot, my drawing of Modbot in Passepartout was just a cube, just a square, gray square. So what if it's just a temple to one shiny, smooth gray block, and we can call it the Temple of Godbot? Hey, Moby, what'd you break this time? Not long done doing some drawing myself. Now about to play Genshin Impact for the first time with friends. Oh, awesome! You'll like it. It's a beautiful game. I haven't played it in a while, but I really like it. What did you draw? If you don't mind me asking. It's got to be made out of gold. Ugh, how am I going to get gold? I got to find it first. Made out of diamonds. Ooh. Now we're getting fancy. Now. Wow. Modbot. I keep calling him Godbot. You guys are rubbing off on me. Stop that. What was I saying? I got distracted. It's not hard to do. Brush size, brush density, particle size. Let's get bigger particles. Let's get some big old particles in here. And then I want to do some, I do love that speckle brush so much. I also got to find if there's like custom brushes I can download for Clip Studio. I'm sure there are. Droplet. Let's see. Does that look like? Oh, good. Yeah, it's way over budget. The gold block, I gotta save my pennies, my friend. When I get a gold idol of me, Godbot, damn it, Modbot can have a gold idol of him. It, they, she. I don't know what Modbot is, to be honest with you. Drawing a female character at the moment. Don't typically draw females. I tend to draw big muscular men, so this is a change of pace. I'll post it on Twitter in a bit. Awesome. Yeah, I mean I will say I find women, the human female form, to be easier to draw than the male form, and I couldn't figure out why for the longest time. And I realized after doing a little bit more figure drawing practice that it's probably because women have because women are curvier, they have more points of reference. Like most men are very up and down, straight or triangular or angular shaped, and so they have fewer points of reference. So it's harder to say, oh, well, his shoulder is this far, looks this far away from his elbow, and his knees are this far away from his ankle, or his waist is this far away from his shoulder, because there's not the same amount of like reference points. Like ladies got the curvy bits that make it a little bit easier. Buff men have curvy muscles, but they're all very much in, like, even that's even when they're curvy, I guess it's easier, I suppose. When they're muscular, maybe. In life drawing classes that I've taken, you don't generally get that physique. You get your average Joe, which there's nothing wrong with. Average Joe needs some love too. Fanfic. All right, I like that speckly background. I'll go in further so you guys can see a little bit better. Just did a little watercolor wash there for him to start. Back out a little bit. Okay. Now let's see. Make him on the cooler side of things. Because he's so cool. Look at this hat. But it's not on backwards, so he's not that cool. And he won't achieve ultimate cool until it's on sideways, I guess. Although it's sort of off-center. It's not exactly centered on his tiny oval egg-shaped head. So maybe that's his like attempt at trendy hat wearing. Hey, Silas. Oh, don't be deceived, Fireholder. He's trying to be people. He's trying very hard to be people, and sometimes he succeeds. He succeeds in tricking everyone. Oh, wrong one. We'll lock that layer down. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry, your name is... I can't read your name, but thank you. Is that Chinese? That Mandarin that I'm seeing? Forgive me if I don't recognize. I get lots of scripts confused, so I apologize. But thank you for saying it's cute. Drippy tail venom, yes. He's still a scorpion. He's still fundamentally, he's still got to do the stabby from time to time. Let's see. I drew in the shadowy areas on this guy. Some of my sketches I didn't do that, so they took longer, but... And I'll go in and fix these crunchy areas that didn't get white filled in all the way. Means empty town. That's his username. Oh, okay. Empty town, void village. Well, welcome, empty town / void village. I appreciate the compliment. Void village. I feel like his pinchy pincher should be a slightly different color. Let's see. Maybe just slightly warmer. And then make the other one, the top part, lighter. Yeah, just to give him something, little bit of something, you know? And of course, you got to have the rosy cheeks. Void Village and Fake Singer, hooray! Yeah, so Jose, duplicate the outer layer. Yeah, I did that for one of them in the last stream, and it didn't seem to help. Actually, it didn't. I've done that before in Photoshop, and that works really lovely. But for whatever reason, it doesn't work so well, or maybe I'm doing it wrong. But it's no problem. I'll fix it. The one thing I'd like to figure out is how to make the magic wand function be a little bit more fine-tuned, because it doesn't have a smooth selection as I would like. Neon green venom to contrast. I like it. Let's do it. And we'll go real green. Yeah. Yeah, the outline layer is on top of the background, the watercolor background. But what I generally do is I duplicate the line layer, the line art layer, and then I color in the bottom line art. And that, at least in Photoshop, tends to solve a lot of the problems with the fill not going all the way to some of the really tight corners. But for some reason it doesn't work here. If I double up, sometimes also if I double fill, it will take care of it. But a lot of times in this program, it will very easily fill in the line art with that color. So then I have to backtrack a bit. Got that Eve 01 color scheme. Ooh. Color scheme reminds me of Ina. Ah, I see that. Yes. All right, the Luna hat. That's easy. That's gonna be my fiery red bangs for the main color, and then try to match it without needing to color pick from a photo of myself. Yeah, that's better. And then the star, of course, will be yellow. I've never experienced it, so I guess I'll find out. Maybe I'll find out. Yeah, I mean, what I ought to really do is just look for a tutorial on, because I'm sure that there's a real easy way to avoid it. But it's not such a pain in the butt for me to go back in and tweak it a little bit by hand. Luna! Team Luna! He's so happy! Give them stingers. Oh, I'll go back in. Go in deep. Do the fixie, Luna. Time to do the fixie. Hey, little buddy. Lunascorp. It's like a company name. Welcome to Lunascorp. How's the audio for everybody, by the way? Oh, wrong color. That's okay. Radioactive scorpion. Those are a thing. I've seen them. I've been on planets with radioactive scorpions. Or, I should say, radioactive scorpion-like creatures. Hey, getting pizza. Awesome, what kind? And don't say pineapple. I'll make Modbot ban you forever. Just kidding. Ah, that's right. Scorpions have bioluminescence. You have to pick the pineapples off, actually. Why, were you not the one that ordered it? Or was that all that was left? And as a single tear dripped down your cheek and fell onto the pizza, the man across the counter said, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." And then you proceeded to pick the pineapple off. Listen, Case, you can keep that pineapple on your pizza. I prefer to keep my fruits and my pizzas separate. I enjoy them separately but equally. Separate but equal. Yeah, easy way to find them in homes, that's true. But on that black light... Oh, no, it's not bioluminescence, it's black light that reveals them, I guess. It was all that was left. There's a reason for that. Did you hear that, Case? There was only pineapple left. That means that nobody likes it. Yes, I know, but they're not sweet, you know. Red peppers are a little sweet. I prefer just a straight up cheese pizza. No frills, maybe a little bit of red pepper and some Parmesan sprinkled on top. I think when we start cluttering up our delicious cheesy surface area with vegetables and it starts to become a salad, I think we besmirch the good name of pizza. Besmirch, there's a good word that people don't use anymore. Nobody sophisticated wanted it. Oh, them's fighting words. Oh, we're gonna get... But Luna tomatoes are a fruit. Oh, God, we're gonna get into this conversation. Yes, but they're not... They don't make your tongue hurt because of how sweet they are. A pineapple is like healthy Skittles. Broccoli pizza. Why does San Francisco have it? Oh, no. Diabetics can eat tomatoes. There, see? Low glycemic index. Have I ever thought about emotes for Discord YouTube? Yeah, I'm slowly working my way to that. It's coming piece. That sort of stuff's coming piece by piece. I was looking today into getting little, like, I don't know what you would call them, but you know how in some streamers have, VTubers have the little sprites for everybody in chat they're running around across on the bottom of the screen? I was looking at those today. I want to get some of those for you guys. There's some program I can get on Steam. So I'm hoping to do that for you guys. I like giving you guys special things, because you're special to me. Ate 18-hour-old Hawaiian pizza at home. Well, see, now maybe if you age the Hawaiian pizza, it's better. Like in the sense of like really age it, like it ferments. and it gets a nice smoky, bourbon-y sort of taste. I doubt it, but I'm willing to entertain the possibility. Hey, Destrovals, welcome. Cold pizza is good. I don't like like the crust of a pizza cold because that gets very hard and it hurts the teeth. Still living on peanut butter toast and lychee. Yeah, mostly. For special occasions, I break out the bourbon that I found in one of the other camp counselors' bunks. I break that out sometimes. But I try to say I want it to last, you know. Savor that stuff. Oh, I forgot about that. There's all sorts of fancy things I'm not allowed to do yet, but I will get there. I have faith. I'm an optimist at heart. I have to be. Otherwise, I'd really go crazy. I have my bad days, but I would, in general, call myself an optimist. I gotta make the claw and the spiny bit up here. I gotta make that shiny. Aw, thanks, Shaded Light. Just keep me on in the back, and there's just every once in a while just my voice coming out. I should do like a 24-hour stream where it's just me pretending to be Dolores doing my ara ara over and over again. Just for an ungodly amount of time. Yeah, I'm halfway there already. I'm a very pessimistic person. Listen, as a optimistic person, it's not that I am blind to the reasons for pessimism. There are certainly reasons to be pessimistic. Actually, the term I prefer for myself, it's a little bit more specific. I prefer the term apocalyptimist. Apocalyptimism is where you know everything's going to shit, but oh, Fireholder, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. An apocalyptimist is a person who knows everything's going to shit. You can see it, but you're like, but you know what? It's all gonna be fine anyway. It's gonna be fine anyway. It's crap right now, but it's gonna be fine anyway. So I think that's a nice balance. That balanced view. An apocalyptimist, yes. 24 hours with Dolores, Pog. Optimistic nihilist. It's probably similar in principle. Let's see. Give him some shiny. Give him the shiny. He's earned it. Look at him. He's earned it. Ice cream pizza. They sell it at Baskin Robbins. Does it come with the crunchies? Those little, they're not Oreo cookies, I don't think. They're, you know what I mean, right? When you get an ice cream cake from, like, Carvel. It's always got, no matter what flavor it is, it's always got the crunchies. I just call them the dark brown chocolate. I assume it's chocolate crunchies. I like the crunchies. Just call them crunchies. Hey, I appreciate the sarcasm, Jose. About the graphics. Let's see. No, I don't want that. I mean, I want that, and this. Maybe one of these. Oh, he could be shiny on top too. Actually, I'm going to unselect this, because it's not really helping me too much. We'll do this. Make that dot bigger. He's so shiny. Cookie crumble. Yes, that's a good way to, that's a good word for it, rather than the crunchies. The crunchies could be a negative thing. He polishes his chitinous shell. Yay. Just a little extra glow here and there. If he wasn't shiny enough already. And then we'll do just a little shadow on the back side of the hat. Actually, this one, we'll see if this works when I select. Yeah, this one works when I select it, so I'll select it. There. Oh, I didn't make the poisons part shiny. That's critical. An Oreo ice cream pizza. I think it had one of those kind of crunchies. I can't seem to fire up their website for some reason. Oh, Fireholder's coming in with the puns. That's not as shiny as I want it to be. More gleam. There, that's better. Melts chitin. Ooh. I learned that borax, that powder that you can get to clean, the powder, you sprinkle that around if you have a bug problem, and the chemicals actually burn holes in their exoskeletons, in like cockroach exoskeletons, and that's how it kills them. All right, so here's our little guy. Here's our little Scorpio, little dude. He's cute. I like him, and he's very enthusiastic about me. So how can I not love that? I feel like he needs to go on the because he's a team player. He needs to go on like pins or something. Luna Crew pins. The happy Scorpion. Scorpion VTuber when? Hey. You know what? That brings up a good topic actually. I don't want to get anybody excited because I'm just kind of, hello there, Aries. I'm just kind of looking into it right now and reading up about it. I'm thinking about experimenting with trying to make art assets for 2D rigging. I don't want to do the actual rigging part because that looks like hell. That seems like a hellish thing. But the art part, the drawy part, I'm thinking about doing it. I guess it would just depend on if I want to put enough the effort that it takes to go into it, only to find out that nobody's really interested in, my style. Because, I get that there's a particular style that people look for. When you send your lowliest underling to hit a home run, there is Scorpion. Oh, man! Void village, village void, voided village. Village of void. Wow, the chat, guys, you're great. Where have you been all my life? All right. So we're gonna put Scorpion friend on a different layer. We'll give a new layer to our friend Aries here so that we can color him in and he can have a background. Now, we've been here, Luna. We've been waiting for you. Oh boy. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that. Rigging models is always hell. I've been stuck with a VR chat model project that's been rigged by a nonce for like 2 months, and I don't know how to fix it. Yeah. See, I don't want to, that's what I mean. I feel like I need to practice a little bit before I actually say, hey, I'm open for commissions, because I want to be able to give people high quality, and I want to be able I don't want to just give them stuff that a rigger can't use, you know? I don't want to realize them to find out that they get all this stuff they've paid for and the rigger can't work with it. You go straight for something strange. I do wish there were more kind of off the wall, weird characters out there in Streamland, in VTuberland. You're working on a model. Oh, awesome. Biker Marmot VTuber. Oh, Marmot. Let's see. Let's see. So, Aries. I feel like you should be reddish, which means I want the background to be kind of complementary. So a complementary color to red is green. So we'll make the background greenish for him. So yeah, Fig, I know you were asking me a little bit about taking that fan art that I did of you and doing the art assets. And initially I was like, I don't know, I don't have any experience with that. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna practice. I don't want you to get excited, but I am gonna practice and look into it. And if I decide that it's not something that I feel like I can do at this time, then I won't. But it's piqued my interest. It's piqued my interest after being in the VTuber community for as short a time as I have. It's piqued my interest, and so I'm curious. All right, we got the rough water wash. We got the big. Like, take off the lock on that layer. Opacity's good. Hey, Turley Tuft. Oh wait, I think you were here. I think I said hello to you already, did I? I'm a little sleepy. I won't lie. Chicken of the sea tuber. Utterly unqualified and shouldn't be relied upon for anything. Hey, it's good to know, listen, it's good to be aware of one's limitations because that helps you be honest with people. But that's no reason to not keep working on it and chugging away. Just try to get a lot of second opinions before you go out there and say, hey, I do this now, and I can do this for you. Because at the very least, you don't want to disappoint people, you know? You don't want to waste people's time. You don't want to waste your own time and money, so... Ooh, look at that size. Look at that. That's a big old brush. Look at that. That's very pixely, though. We'll get back on that. We will get rid of that. Yeah. Excited to be working on the process. Yeah. Do the journey for the journey's sake. Oh, it looks like I put this layer on top of him. That's okay. Put him underneath. Go down there. See. No, that's the wrong layer too. Oh no, did I put it on the wrong layer? Oh no, I have to go back. No worries. Let's see what I did. Yep. I was on the wrong layer. No worries. Back we go. Do. Yay. We're back. Okay, that's not the one I want. I want this layer to go under here. I want this layer to be locked, so I can't do that again. There we go. So this is the one I want. Perfect. Glad I caught that. Whew. Embrace the suck. Yes. I should put that as a banner on every art stream that I do. A little quote. Inspirational quotes by Luna. Art quotes by Luna. Embrace the suck. Drawing an entire background is a pain when you have too keen of an eye and finding every mistake and trying to fix it. That's the evil voice of perfectionism that is tormenting you. And I have it too. I'm getting better at telling them to, take a hike. But yeah, to quote a brilliant philosopher, sucking is the first step to being sort of okay at something. Yep. Yes. I have a bad habit. I'm better about it now. I used to have a very bad habit of starting a painting, and I would get halfway through it, and I would decide somehow that it was crap and that it wasn't worth finishing, and I shouldn't bother wasting my time finishing it. So, I would stop working on it. But then I would say, no, Luna, no. Just finish it. Finish what you start so you don't have to think about it, so that it can be done. And if it sucks, that's fine. But you gotta finish it. You gotta finish it. So, I do. I sometimes don't like the rest of the process then, but tis better than the disappointment of realizing I've left so many things undone. More thematic hybrids. Let's see. Oh, whoopsie. Someone I love right now, who I guess fits into that category of thematic hybrids, is her Heavens to Betsy. Betsy, she streams on Twitch, and thematically she's a goat. I mean, she's a goat person. Hybrid, and but she is also black and white. Her whole thing is that she's a black and white cartoon. So she's from ye olden days of black and white cartoons, and so she's sort of styled after that era of cartoons, and it's awesome. It's such a cool. And her model, her new. She recently debuted with a new model, and it looks amazing. Let's see. Let's do this. Mimika Morph. KTM styling. What is that? Do you mind if I asking? Forgive my ignorance. KTM styling. No one wants to fail because it will hurt their self-esteem. But so will not doing it, In a sense, if you don't do it, you have neither succeeded nor failed, but I guess then, if you don't do it, no one's going to see it, right? And yeah, people are going to get judgy with their judgy faces, so let them. They don't know what work. They don't get to see the work that goes on behind the scenes. They don't know what you're doing to get better, and it's very easy to criticize things that you have no intention of doing yourself. It's very easy for people who don't do art, who don't do certain things, to criticize those things because they don't have to do it, So, don't let it stop you. And everything is not going to be the best thing you've ever done. Almost nothing will be the best thing you've ever done. So kind of waiting, expecting everything you do to be the best thing is kind of setting you up for disappointment, I think. Yeah, I mean, those are lessons that if, you know, somebody asked me in the marshmallow stream what I would have told myself like 10, 15 years ago. And I gave a sort of a similar answer, but that's something else I'd tell. I'd say, you'll be waiting forever. If you wait, you'll wait forever to get that perfect thing. Like, for example, if we get to it tonight, one of the last horoscopes I drew was for Gemini, and I really, after it was done, I really didn't like it. I still don't like it. I don't like the drawing at all. It just doesn't, I don't like it. But, and I knew it was going to come out bad as I was doing it, but I'm like, you know what? I gotta finish this. I just gotta finish it. And when I went back, I was like, yeah, I still don't like it, but the things I don't like about it, I can fix. And that's another thing. A painting may take a very long time, but don't consider it wasted time if you finish it, say you put hours and hours into work. Yes, it's exhausting if you come out and you don't like it, but think of all the things you did with everything your brain learned how to do during that time. All the synapses that were connecting, all the things now that you are better at. But you won't know that. You won't know you've improved until you do the next one. Because everything builds on everything else. So you have to not stop. You have to not stop just because you do the crap, you know? She's the Thing style Eldritch Horror. Oh, thank you, Void Village. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I peaked a decade ago when I was like 18. Hey, don't feel bad. Isn't that scientifically, like biologically, the age when all human men are supposedly reach their peak is like 18 or 19 or something? You're in good company, my friend. Review music. Oh. That's an idea. I have not heard anybody do that. There are musicians. But I have not heard of anyone doing an actual music review. I get some more yellow in here. SpaceX kept burning up rockets, blowing up rockets while learning how to land them. Yeah. Yep. And obviously, like, you know, I acknowledge that not all mistakes are created equal. Like, there are some mistakes that are very expensive mistakes, you know, like the rockets exploding. But, I acknowledge that is also, something that holds people back. But, in terms of art and art making, one potential remedy is that when you're just starting out, you don't need the fanciest materials. You don't need the most expensive paint. You really don't. Yes, does nicer paint like do nicer things and work in a more pleasant way? Of course. But you don't need that when you're just learning. Everybody starts with nobody I know gives their child, their 8-year-old, a $40 tube of oil paint. At least they shouldn't. They're crazy. You know, what do they get? They get the little, like, tempera paints, right? And they finger paint and they screw around with it. So that's what you should do. You should get cheap stuff, screw around with it, play with it, figure out how it works, and get as comfortable as you can with those things. And then you can work your way up to more expensive things. Because then it's not such a tragedy when, you know, you ruin a $5 sheet of watercolor paper, a single $5 sheet of watercolor paper. Oh no, that's boring. I'd like to listen to music and focus on like individual instruments. Break everything down just for my own amusement. Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting. You'll have to do a review of when I finally do my first karaoke. You should do I know this is not what you meant, but you could like just rip apart. You could do a review, like a review video where you just rip apart my karaoke stream. And take it real, like, to pretend like you're taking it really seriously, like, oh my gosh, Luna's voice, she sounds like a dying cow, and a dying cow that had like, you know, throat surgery 24 hours before. While more expensive to start, I'm glad I've got an entry-level tablet to practice on. Yeah, this tablet is a... Don't spend $50 on a sketch pad. Buy a pack of loose leaf paper. Absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, I would say the paper, so for life art drawing artists, you know, they're sketching really quickly and they're going through a lot of paper. That's not expensive paper, my friend. That's newsprint. That is the cheapest of the cheap. I would get a giant, and it comes in these huge pads. I would go and just get a pad of newsprint. And a pad of newsprint might set you back $10, $15 maybe. It depends on how thick it is, thick the pad is, how much paper is in it. But you'll get a ton of paper, and it's crap paper, but it's perfect for doodling, and it's perfect for sketching out, and it's perfect for things you don't care about or weren't worried about throwing away. It's perfect for getting out all the crap that you're worried about having to face, you know, having to face the music. Face the music on with crappy materials so that you don't have to face the music with really expensive stuff. Then it won't hurt so bad. Smudged $5 watercolor sheet in hand. Sometimes what I do with, if I ruin a sheet of watercolor paper that is really nice, you can still salvage it sometimes. I will cut it up into smaller pieces, and I'll bind it into like or I'll staple the pieces together, the smaller pieces together, and I'll make it into a smaller scratch pad. So it becomes like a mini sketchbook where the starting page is actually watercolor treated paper. So then it actually becomes kind of actually a really nice thing, this object that you can reuse. So it's not always a total wash. Watercolor joke. Let's see, what do I want to do? He's going to be reddish. He's going to be kind of red tony. But not brown. I don't want him to be brown. I kind of want him to be, I want him to be on the red side of things. Let's see. What does this do? Whoa, wrong level. Oh God, he's bleeding out. Next layer. Office paper. That's another one. Just get reams and reams of office paper. And yeah, do digital with your mouse. That's not bad. That's not a bad color, but I'm gonna actually make it a little bit lighter. Yeah, that works. Of course, yes. If you do, ouch, Jose. Yeah, if you do that, be mindful of, you know, carpal tunnel and stuff. I'm gonna have to go back in here and do some line closure so that I can add a little bit more subtlety here. Some of these lines are I'm still getting used to line widths in Clip Studio. Oh, that's too little by far. Yeah. I've seen the same tablet I have in Best Buy now for like $70. Oh, I missed that part. I made the mistake of spending a $1,000 drawing tablet that didn't suit me. Yeah. Yeah, that's the... Now, I hope you were able to resell it. You can resell it. That sort of thing. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, there's pressure sensitivity for this tablet and this pen, so it's nice. That's what creates the tapering. but it's also what causes the weird things you get here where it's like, where the fill doesn't fill in all the way, so you kind of have to go in and redo it a little bit, but I gotta do some homework this week about how to fix that. Just correcting some of the lines now. Oh, I'm sorry, Jose. Oh yeah, Sumio sings. I like doing karaoke as a hobby, but I am not confident in my singing voice. You know what there is a lot of? On YouTube, there are a couple of really good short videos about like vocal warm-ups and like voice training things, and I've listened to a couple of them to help improve my own voice a little bit. I'm not trying to become a good singer. I'm just trying to become not painful for my karaoke stream that I'm eventually going to want to do. So that is just sort of if you want to, I would say, I don't know what your biggest challenge is, Sumio, for singing, but I've found the vocal warm-ups to be very helpful in at least making me sound, at least being able to hit notes and not like, I don't know how to explain it. I still sound terrible, but I don't sound painful. Aww. Animals in traditional clothes from cultures around the world. One of a moose in a Canadian Mounties uniform. Nice. Taking a breath between lines, mouth or nose. I hate hearing it after recording. Yeah. There's some real, I have a sister, one of my sisters who sings professionally. She has a beautiful voice, but she wasn't a natural talent, I'll say. She had to do a lot of vocal training, and she sounds beautiful, but she said the most important thing, I was asking her for tips, actually. So the most important thing to remember is to breathe, which is actually really hard to do while you're singing without, going and then singing again and doing the next line. So it's I respect anybody who puts themselves out there to perform, because it's not easy. Especially if you were normally, like if you get to a point where you're a pretty good idea of how good you are and how bad you are, and you go and do your performance and it's not as good as you can do, even though you've been practicing, that's always frustrating. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't hard work. Hey, I like that. That has a nice ring to it. Josh from Greta Van Fleet. We're proud of that, Moose. Fireholder, you Canadian too? Oh, nice. Singing and trying to make a cover by yourself and listening to your own voice and trying to make it sound good is very painful indeed. Yes, I've been there. You have to sort of try as best you can. Ideally, you have an impartial person that can come in. Hey, you say, hey, can you listen to this and tell me what you think? You know, ideally someone who doesn't know you, so someone who won't be afraid to be honest with you. And they'll tell you the truth. You know, say, be honest with me. Is this maximum suckage, or can this pass? Is this passable? Tell me or are there good parts that are good and things I need to work on? Because that's really important to get critique, helpful critique. Critique is crucial to improvement. Heat above. I am unfamiliar with them, but I will look them up. Maximum suckage. I can't take credit for that phrase. Where did I get that phrase from? There was a cartoon that used to be, it was called, gosh, I don't know if any of you will remember it. There is I believe this is what I got it from. There's a cartoon that was on the WB that was called Earthworm Jim. And one of the villains said that phrase at one point if I can remember correctly. And I kept it in my heart forever because I love it. Oh, Canadian. So you are Canadian. Psychro. Hey, Jeep, welcome. Ooh. Fix that. Oh, Pog, Jeeps is here. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and preemptively thicken this line because I know exactly what's going to happen when I try to fill this in with color. It's going to go all wonky-donk. Wonka-donk on me. Any +8 GMT people here? Why, where are you, Silas? Delicious French breads, yes. They do. Oh, maybe I'll make them like a bready color. Maybe that's... Oh, you know me, always got me, I got carbs on the brain. I'm on America time. What other time is there? Singapore, 1 p.m. stream here. Ah, I have a friend from Singapore. Though she is currently in India. She got stranded there during the pandemic beginnings. Let's see, is that all I have to kind of clean up before I get started? I think so. I can finish now. Oh. There. Hey, Jim. America. F yeah. Coming again to save the mother effing day, yeah. Yeah, Psychro was that crow villain in a space jumpsuit. He's the one from Earthworm Jim I believe you're referring to. I remember it too. Yeah, Jeep, you're right. I can hear his voice in my head. So yes, I didn't invent that phrase. Must give credit where credit is due. I don't like that color. Is not a good color. Trying to stay family friendly? No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, I would like to keep it... I don't know, what do I like... You know, the type of... You know, like, crudeness that's funny to me is sort of always tinged with... I call it... I guess I like to think of it as Muppet crudeness. Like, the way the Muppets used to be kind of... Like, Muppets had sort of this innocent humor where... You know, there was still a little bit of adult humor hiding beneath the surface, but it was always sort of couched in an innocence. I would like to mostly keep my streams like that, but of course I drop the... I mean, you've watched them. You've seen I've dropped the F-bomb here and there, and I get very aggressive, but I try not to overdo it. I see like some streamers that I feel personally overdo it a little bit. And like, I don't have a problem with swearing. Like, I'm not a problem with that, obviously, but you know, sometimes there's just no reason to say those certain words, like, not because of like a propriety thing, but more of a, you know, words have power, and sometimes words lose power the more if you overuse them, you know? Slightly family hostile, yes. Hot dog Zodiac. Listen, if you guys want a different style of Zodiac, you gotta invent it yourself first, and then we'll talk. Let's see. Now, leave that. I'm going to turn on clip. Turn it on. Fire it up. If we haven't learned about over your misused words by now, I don't know what to say. So I swear as a fill-up word. Hey, no, don't worry about it. When I'm learning Hindi, when I'm speaking it, later on I realize how much filler I put in because I'm trying to buy myself time to think. So I do say a lot of unnecessary. They're not swear words, but they're like the equivalent of like being or in Hindi, or they're the word equivalent of the word so or maybe, like things that just buy me time to think. And I sound very uncomfortable. Chinese Zodiac art stream. I could do that. That would be fun. I would like to... my next thing I'm going to do is going to be fan art for the next art stream. I have a couple of... I'm going to fangirl out a little bit for a few of my current fave VTubers. And then after that, maybe we'll go to the Chinese Zodiac. Oh wait, you're right! Oh no, this is not the Chinese Zodiac. This is the Greek. This is the Greek Zodiac. I think Greek. Greek, Roman. Oh, Sumio. I feel like thinking in itself makes me uncomfortable. Yeah, sometimes you have a thought and you're like, oh, I'm really glad that I didn't just say that out loud just now. That could have ended very poorly. Let's give him green eyes to match the background. I know we gave the Sagittarius green eyes too, but I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for green eyes. What can I say? Nah, that's too much. Still too much. It's okay, I guess. I just say Western and have a good evening. The Western Zodiac. The Western... There's also a Hindu Indian horoscopes as well, Zodiac, though they're not linked to animals, I don't think. So they would be harder to visualize. They're just concepts, they're just words, but I could look them up. At least I don't think they're linked to animals. To double check. Oh, see? Aha, see? I went too far. Overfilled. Personifying abstract ideas might be interesting, that's true. Centaur crew for the wind. For the win, yes. Oh, do goats have... He's a ram? No, well, no, a ram is technically a sheep. A male sheep. That's what this is. This is a ram. Do sheep have the weird Kermit the Frog eyeball? You know, the frog eyeball, you know what I'm talking about? Where it's like a circle and it has like two little things poking out the side. Here, let me draw it. Rather than just sit here and talk like an idiot. Like it's like that and that, like it's shaped like that's the shape. That's the shape of the eye, the pupil anyway. Oh yeah, demon eyes. Well, goats might have it too. I'm just asking if sheep have it. I guess it doesn't matter for the purposes of this project. I guess I could. It kind of looks like a very tiny flying saucer in the distance, doesn't it? Sheep have like oblong eyeballs, I think. We'll go with, it's a goat thing. It's a goat thing. What does sheep have? Somebody Google it. Consult the magic rectangle. Pog. I'm gonna go down here and fix this kneecap of his. And you know what? While I'm thinking of it, thank you all again. Just randomly wanted to just say thank you all again for joining me this evening. It was sort of I was only gonna do the morning stream. And I just felt like I wanted to do more art. And I figured I could do more art on my own without streaming. But then, I don't know, I figured if I'm going to do it anyway. People wanted to join in and chill out and talk. Oh, great. My French has gotten thoroughly invaded by my Japanese. Yeah, that's why I'm hesitant to start learning another language before I've really mastered Hindi, because I don't want to get confused. Sheep eyes have a sort of rectangle, gel cap, fat sausage-shaped Which pupil? Is it horizontal or vertical? Horizontal oblong pupils. Oh, no, sure. I got nothing to hide. Yet. Well, thank you for looking that up. I mean, like, I don't know why I'm so worried about, like why that's so concerning to me. I mean, it's now that I know that that's the shape of them, it's probably going to look like a regular pupil anyway, mostly. What, it's gonna be like this? Oh, yeah. Now that I'm drawing it and looking at it, that's exactly what their pupils look like. Ooh, that's very sinister. That is very sinister. Oh, but they're kind of offset. Gonna be up higher because he's hiding it back here. I'm doing another doodle so it looks nice. Yeah! Hooray! This sheep means business. The sheep does not have time, this is a sheep, has no time for your shit, does not care about your feelings, does not care about your family, and does not care about your future. So I would stay out of this sheep's way. The shape of eyes is fascinating as it relates to certain types of ability: extra light, extra distance, color, extra color fidelity. Yes, I remember learning that a lot of prey animals, like the goat and horse specifically, but a lot of traditionally prey animals, the reason why they have the eyes on the sides of their head is so that they have a wider range of vision, but they see very poorly from the front because their eyes are set on the side of their head and they can't see directly in front of their noses. But they're sort of in evolutionary terms erring on the side that whatever's going to attack them is going to come somewhere in the field of vision along their sides. And which is why they have a dead spot directly in front and I believe behind, because you're not supposed to. One of the reasons if you're getting to know if you walk around a horse, you're at the back of a horse, you're supposed to put your hand on them and leave your hand on them as you're walking behind them. Otherwise, if you move too quickly behind them and they don't have that reassurance of your hand on them already, they will be spooked and they might buck, they might kick. So you're always supposed to keep a hand on a horse, even if they know you. I suppose then that rule would extend to other animals like bison and cows and things, that you shouldn't walk directly behind them. I mean, there's no reason why they can't kick you. A Russian fellow. Excuse me, ma'am, your shirt is falling. How formal of you. Here, I can actually do more. I can do better. See? It's defying gravity, actually. It's amazing that it's still on at all, to be perfectly honest. Tracking prey ahead of them. Exactly. Well, you're not supposed to touch the hindquarters, like just reach out and touch them randomly. You're supposed to sort of start at the front of the animal or the side and then move back if you want to go behind the animal. You don't just go up behind them and touch their butt. I mean, you'll get the reaction you'll get from that is pretty much universal across species. You'll get a lot of hostility. Don't sneak up and touch the butt. Another interesting thing about horses and their perception of their depth perception and perception of space is that they they're very much aware of their feet. So if a horse, it's very rare that if a horse steps on your feet, it means they intended to do it. It means you pissed them off and they intended to do it, because they will otherwise be very careful not to step on your feet because they're very aware of their own feet. So it's not like if a horse steps on your feet that it was a whoopsie doodle. They did not like you and they wanted you to know it. Cats are the only creatures that love butt touches. I don't know. I'm not shy about the boing boings. I'll be honest with you. I'm not shy about it because I figure, from what I've seen, I'm actually I'm pretty modestly attired compared to other lady streamers. But I mean, it's a part of the fantasy, right? I don't mean that in a way. I don't mean that just in like a sexy way. I mean that in a kind of a cosplay way, you know? There's no universe in which, well, I guess this universe. I mean, on my planet, I guess it depends on the gravity. Here my boobs are quite heavy. Where I'm from, they're very easy to handle. But here, I need, extra reinforcement down here to hold it all in, you know? Sumio, you sweet summer child. Oh, my darling, sit down. I'll tell you a tale. Oh, I see what Sumio means. He means like when you pet a cat's back, like their butt back, the back right in their tail, they all do the whole Archie thing. I'm gonna say that Luna looks like my mom later. Well, then your mom is smoking hot. She is a total smoke show. I'd be willing to bet there's a fair number of gentlemen folk here that would very much like to be introduced to your mother. Humble much? There's a balancing act like everything else. Humility is very important. But I have met people who overplay that a lot, and I think it's actually it's not intellectually honest to just pretend like you. And I also think that it's hurtful to one's self-esteem. It's good to have confidence in yourself and good to know, that you're beautiful, especially if you're female, because so many messages out there are designed to make females feel, not beautiful when they really are. Horse saddlery is also why American motorcycles have forward feet and low hands, and European bikes are more centralized. Yes, exactly, Fireholder. There's breaking the fourth wall, and then there's pretending that it doesn't exist. I like that. Oh, whoopsie. There's Cancer. Where did we go? There you are. I still gotta do his hot cross bun horns. I'm just having so much time chatting with you guys. You guys are fun discussion is the best kind of distraction. Oh, that's what you broke. See, I asked you what you broke and you didn't say anything, so I knew it had to be pretty bad. Even the prettiest women be ugly fast with how they act. I'll be honest, on a similar note, I have met some really stunning men, really beautiful, like men that you would not, yes, of course there's handsome men, but there are like men that can only be described as beautiful, in the sense that they can't help but attracting the attention of both genders, regardless of any of the viewer's sexual orientation or sexual preference, I mean. And they are gorgeous and stunning, and you just want them. You want them so bad. But then they open their mouths and they say something. They say it, and you're like, oh, I really wish you hadn't said anything. Oh, that's good to know, Fig. I'm glad. Let's see. Let's get this guy coloring these horns with some toasty bread looking colors. Yeah. Toasty bread. Toasty bread horns. Yeah. It can take a while for you to realize. Because you always kind of, especially if you're an optimist, you sort of have it in the back of your mind, like, it's okay. Not that you can, like, the whole I'll fix them, but of the thought of, nobody's perfect. I'm not, you think I'm not perfect. Why am I being all judgy about this person? But there are limits, and there should be. There should be. It's just, you got to decide for yourself what those limits are. Because everybody has different levels of tolerance for what they're willing to put up with. And if you're willing to put up with a lot of bullshit, then good on you. I've been in relationships where I realized it was me that was the toxic one. Well, that's actually a very important thing to know, and that's actually a very difficult thing to admit to oneself. That maybe, in all of these failed relationships, I'm the common denominator. I'm the reason, and that's hard for a lot of people to admit. And so that's an important thing, and it's good to know that, because you can't improve what you don't know. You can't fix what you don't know about, right? Yeah, right, Turley Tough? That is peak growth right there. And then one night he was like, the moon landings are so fake, and the light bulb went off, and you're like, oh, okay. Yeah. And then you slowly backed out of the room. Okay, that crunching sound. Is someone eating chips at regular intervals, or is that the music? Oh, you know what that is? The little, like a little critter hole in my cabin? Those are the critters. The critters. I got critters. They're here and they're nibbling. Midnight nibbles. Well, not midnight. It's not that late here. Not nearly. But yes, you're hearing critters. I wish I could make them stop, but I cannot, I'm afraid. All right. He's got his crusty, yummy, crusty bread horns. Now I'm hungry. Ooh. He's so imposing. Look at that. He is ready. He's ready to take on the world. He kind of looks like he has sunburn, but that's probably what's making him so pissed off right now. He had to go under the sun for a long time in order to bake, in order for his yummy, delicious bread horns to bake. But the consequences is he got a really bad whole body sunburn. Poor guy. Actual critters or story, quote, quote, story critters? Real critters. Real ones. Smack sunburn. Yes, Modbot does count as a critter, so does Mr. Wiggles. But it's not them actually right now. No, I have some critters. Keeping me company. That aura is a nice touch. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm playing around with it. Like, from my perspective, like on my actual tablet, it looks better. When I look up at the stream itself, it seems a little faint. So I might improve it, but it's all practice. It's all getting used to the program. And we meet them sometimes. Is Mr. Wiggle still pouting? He's not. I keep trying to ask him if he wants to come back. If he wants to come back and give Modbot a break. I'm hoping that I can convince him to come back for sometime next week. He's not pouting anymore, though. He's forgiven me for, you know, what I didn't do. It's not my fault that he's... I don't want to go into it because we'll get it started. I'll get him all upset again. Can we meet them sometime? Yeah, I suppose you could. They're cute little guys. They're, to be specific, they're 3 little rat critters. I've determined their species. They are rats. There's 3 of them. Oh, prior drama. Yes, there's prior drama. Mr. Wiggles and I had a falling out really early on. Then Modbot came in. I hired Modbot to take over in the streams. And then the 3 of us, we all did therapy. And now we're now we're good. Now we're on good terms again. Mr. Wiggles is my teddy bear. And Modbot is AI. Modbot is Modbot. Hey, Shaded Light. A white bunny rabbit. You have a white bunny rabbit? What's your white bunny rabbit's name? Basically, that's the best way to get it out, Fig. You just sit around and you say, okay, let's just work this shit out. Let's just sit down and just air it all out, share a drink, and everything will be fine. And it was. I think that looks pretty good. These are little Aries. Oh, wait, I forgot his nostrils. He's got white nostrils. That's no good. What has he got in there? Snow? Snowy nostrils? There we go. That's better. Jon Snow. Oh my god. Really? Now, do you really call him Jon Snow, or do you call him Snowy or Johnny, or is a nickname? Oh, thank you, Shaded. Thanks, Tim. Oh, you named him back in 2011. I guess the Game of Thorns wasn't out yet. All right. Well, we'll save this as Aries. Oh, caps lock. Ah, that's okay. I spelled it wrong. That's okay. Aries and who else is? Oh, Scorpio. Scorp. I'll just do Scorp or Scope. Scope works. Doing this one-handed here. Scorp color. Save. Should his host be the same color as his horns? Interesting. I suppose so, actually. They are the same material, I think, yes? But when he doesn't want pats or hugs, I say to him, you want nothing. No, their hoops are typically dark gray to black. And mine's red because he's got sunburn. Crusty sunburn. I mean, I challenge you to find an actual sheep in nature that has like yummy toasty baguette horns and sunburn. So I guess we're not really deep, although I did put an awful lot of effort into figuring out what shape his pupils were supposed to be. So I'm inconsistent with my detail desires, I suppose. All right. So who is next? Oh yes, there's the dreaded Gemini. And there's Leo. He's so cute. Let's see who else. There is sort of my Beauty and the Beast-esque Libra, Scales, and Aquarius. You're a Leo. All right. What's this one? Oh, and there's, of course, Cancer. Top hat with everything. Basically, Captain Krabs. He has strong Mufasa vibes. Yeah, he does. Oh, baby Fasa. Baby Mufasa. We'll start him. I don't know, it's almost 10, but we'll give him a good start. He's deliriously happy about that pie. Oh, so cute. It is pie. I think the context was I was drawing it and I got to the end and I asked chat if it needed anything else, like, and I think it was either Fox, or Rumination who said pie or food or suggested he needed a snack. So I drew a pie for him. In my head, I was thinking apple pie, what classic, but it could be, now it's not really a pumpkin pie because it has the crust that goes over the top. So it's probably pumpkin. It's not pumpkin pie. It's going to be an apple pie or a berry pie of some sort. Pie on. Oh gosh, and the puns just keep coming. Late at night, sharper than ever. Oh no, another Paimon. Paimon is in Paimon. I go fix his little cowlick here. Close it off. There. Emergency food. All right. Well, I'm going to skip over doing the background for this one for the stream part anyway, and just go right into the coloring of this guy. So, since we're coming up on 10, and you know what happens if I stream past 10, you guys? I turn into a giant pile of poo. And I don't want to leave you with that image in your head before bed. I want you to remember me as I am. Now. Hilarity does ensue. I went past 10 last time. For had to go past 10 for Death Road to Canada. It was too good. It was going too well. I had to keep going. Oh, and we're done. Good night. No, just kidding. Ah, I see what I did there. Ah, okay. Interesting. Okay. Layer. Let's see, layer. I want to... Oh, I see. To unlock that layer and merge these layers together. Merge selected layers. Yes. And then, let's see. That's the sketch layer. Do another layer to go underneath. That would be the background. We can lock that one. And then continue with the upper layer. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say you turned into a gremlin, but they came out of left field. Ah, Gremlins. Gremlins is my favorite Christmas movie. By far. Gremlins is the best Christmas movie. Think of me fondly when we say goodbye. Ooh, a nice reference, nice Phantom reference there. Does my Flesh Gundam run out of power? It does not, thank goodness. It does not go bad. Ooh, that is much too much yellow. It's true. I have to get wet. I have to eat after midnight. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. You guys are probably safe. Was that our first hearing Luna sing? I've hummed a few bars. Usually in each stream I feel like I hum a few bars for something. Usually it's usually it's yakety sax. I hum yakety sax or something from some musical. No more talk of darkness. Forget these wide-eyed fears. See, I cracked up there a little bit. I'm here with you, beside you, to guard you and to guide you. Yakety sax just blew through my mind. Yakety yak, don't talk back. Yakety yak, yakety yak. Yes, oh, you're right. Getting wet duplicates the gremlins. Eating after midnight, but do I have to be a mog? Wait, I can't remember. Do they only duplicate, like if you get a gremlin, like you get a mogwai wet and it produces little gremlins, right? No. You get the mogwai wet and it produces more mogwais, and then the mogwais eat after midnight and they turn into gremlins. If you get the gremlins wet, don't they die if you get the gremlins wet? No, yes. Yes, no? I can't remember now. That doesn't make any sense. My grandma had Phantom of the Opera on loop for 24/7 growing up. I'm so sorry. I mean, I like some of the songs in it, but I wouldn't want it on all the time. Gremlins also multiply when wet. Now, when gremlins get wet and they multiply, do they produce more insta-gremlins or do they produce more mogwai? More gremlins. Okay. These are all very important things for me to know, you guys. This is geek knowledge. This is nerd wisdom. Obscure pop culture. It can't be that obscure, right? I mean, it's... who said they thought it would be... they'd do a remake of it by now? The thing that makes the Gremlins movies work is that they're puppets, and nobody wants to do puppets anymore. It's too expensive, and they're too afraid to do it. And, so I'm kind of glad they haven't, because they would make it, it would be a CG monstrosity. Ah, right, bright light is painful, deadly to them, that's right. And microwaves, it would be hard to survive a microwave. That's right, I remember that scene, that was nasty. She eventually changed to Les Mis, which was worse. Yes, that would be worse. Reject VTuber, return to Puppet, Puppet VTuber. There's a couple Puppet VTubers. I'm not crazy about them, though. It would be a challenge, though. I was thinking about it, because you'd have to find a way, if you wanted to be a VTuber, a Puppet VTuber that played games, you'd have to do the rig setup where you'd have to have the puppet in front of the camera, but you'd also have to... So you have one hand that's already being... At least one hand that is being occupied by the puppet, so you only have one hand to play games with. Right, they all get killed off in like a huge pile. A huge death pile. Yeah, that's what you'd have to do. You'd have to have one person playing the puppet while the other person was doing the game. But now you both have to... the puppet person has to react in sync with the game and has to be able to watch the game play while puppeting. It's, I mean, similar to how you would have to do that puppets on television, like the Muppets do it, where you have to watch a television screen. You see yourself in reverse on the screen so that you know where you are in space and time, and so you know where to go and what to say and how to move your body. Well, yes, technically every VTuber is a puppet, but it is a hands-free puppet. I mean, unless you're doing the 3D full-body mocap stuff. Motion capture animatronics. I don't know. I'm old-fashioned, I guess. I love puppets. I just... yeah. Ended with Strife, the main evil gremlin, dying by sunlight as he tried to duplicate himself by sticking his finger in the fountain. Right, got that. Gizmo let in the light. I don't remember too. Yeah, that's right. They were in that hardware store in the first one. Nutella, main, and peanut butter purr. Yes, now it's a whole food thing. We got the bread, the sunburned, crispy bread horned Aries, and now we got peanut butter and Nutella lion. I like it. We need a puppet show. If I can figure out how to do it well, I'll do it, because I love puppets. I'll give you guys a puppet show. Oh, we gotta color in his pie. I'm gonna give him a red pie plate. I like red. It's a red pie plate. And we'll give him yummy, delicious pie. Yeah. I'm really curious whether anyone has attempted to pull off a in real life live stream in the world while VTubing. Oh, you mean like move it like being live but not surrounded by all the stuff you need to do it? Like you're kind of use it, like for example, is in theory you could take a camera, like the phone with the program on it to stream while you're out in the world. It would add quite a bit of an element of uncertainty to the whole process, for sure. I like red. Foreshadowing. I don't know, what would it be foreshadowing for? Yeah, VTubing does take a ton of tech. It takes a lot of precision. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure the tech's gonna get there. I mean, it's gonna get there, I just don't know how soon. Let's see. Red super chats. Oh. One can only hope, right? One can only hope. You could wear monocolor riding gear and block yourself out with an overlay of your avatar. Ah. Excuse me. Could have a helmet mount. The trick will be the tracking, the facial tracking. You'd have to have excellent facial tracking that wasn't disrupted by vibration of whatever it was you were doing or however you were holding it. We're gonna get you monetized soon, like for real. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, if you've came to the Marshmallow Q&A stream, and if not, you can go back and watch it. I talked a little bit about what would happen if I suddenly came into an absurd amount of money, a la being Elon Musk's inheritor, as it were. And I have a little list I wrote down of things I would do, and just charity things that I would do. There's a lot of people that need a lot of stuff. And I am not one of them. I am in the works. I'm trying to figure out a way to do a charity stream, Mario Kart charity stream with a bunch of other VTubers. Modbot is trying to help me gather interested parties for that. I got to figure out what I think I'm going to do. There's a charity that I really like called Find Your Light, which is a charity that funds arts and music programs for underrepresented, underprivileged communities, which I really like. And I think that might be the next one I try to do a charity stream for. Buying a motorcycle is number one, right? Right, exactly. Actually, that would be I've ridden on a motorcycle a few times behind the person actually driving the motorcycle, and I have to say, it does make me feel a bit like a movie star. I feel really cool when I'm like, maybe it was just the newness of it, but it did make me feel like a rock star when I was on a motorcycle, I have to say. iOS ARKit API, and it was relatively robust. Hopefully I'll be employed by the time Super Chat rolls around. Well, take care of yourself first, okay? Don't worry about your friend Luna right now. Knows nothing about monetizing YouTube channels. The basics are you have to have, for YouTube, you have to have at least, I believe it's 4,000 hours of viewing time and 1,000 subscribers before you're allowed to monetize directly for Super Chat. Until then, I have what's called Streamlabs, which is a separate website. Like, there's a link at the top of the chat where if you wanted to donate any amount you wanted, you could go there and donate. Until then. The reason why Super Chat is such a big deal is because it's just much more convenient. It's more convenient, it has better visibility. Although I do I do like the little the little ship that pops up from Streamlabs every time I get a donation. It goes whoosh, and there's a picture of my ship and the name of the person that donated and the amount and stuff, and that's always like kind of cool. It's like, oh, that's fun. Flamethrower was definitely number 2, right? You know what? A flamethrower would be awesome. A flamethrower would definitely up my game in the event of, well, not in the event of, when the zombie apocalypse finally befalls us, and it will. That would up my game quite a bit. In terms of survival would be much easier, I think. I feel like I wouldn't be afraid of handling a flamethrower, whereas I would be afraid of handling a gun. Oh yeah, then you get judged by YouTube. Yeah. Motorcycles are badass in general. Oh, thank you. Username. Oh, example. It's an example. Thank you, Modbot. Thank you, Modbot, for the example. I do look at that little spaceship. So cute. That's what it was. It's in shambles now. Maybe that's why I like it so much. It reminds me of the way my ship used to be. Perfect and pristine, not a pile of smoking rubble. Bikes generate delta waves and endorphins in the noodle bucket. They're good for you. Nice. Twitch is 50 followers and 3 concurrent viewers in 30 days. Yeah, I weigh the pros and the cons of each platform. After a lot of, it is easier to monetize on Twitch for sure. Oh, Sephin's on his way out. Oh, good luck, Sephin. Good luck on your exam. Thank you for spending time with me twice today. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Well, have a good day. Good luck on your exam. Twitch does have less visibility. It has less visibility, and the community there can sometimes be a little bit hostile. If I'm being honest. All right. Oh. Again. Oh no, 1 minute till I turn into a wogwai gremlin. Hide your women and children! Shield your eyes! Gonna beat away the toxic in my channel with a crowbar. That's the spirit! The big challenge for a lot of indies is Twitch versus YouTube because of the issues with content moderation by Amazon and visibility. Yeah, versus harder monetization and larger cuts taken by YouTube. I haven't seen hostility towards VTubers, though. Facebook Live. I've seen a couple of people do Facebook Live. If you are VTubing for money, you're doing it wrong. That's my advice to a lot of Twitch VTubers. It's true. It's not, you know, the big money makers out there. It's just there's so many people, and it's one of those things. It's like show business. It's like I want to become a Broadway singer. I want to become a famous actress or actor. Is it possible? Well, absolutely. Is it probable? I mean, is it possible? Yes. Is it probable? No. It's just a lot. It's a very long uphill climb. So you have to have I tell people you have to have other motivations. It can't be about the money. Money is nice. It can be a part of it, and it certainly helps make it easier to make content. But you have to have another reason to do it. You have to enjoy the social aspect of it, or the gaming, or the arting, or something that keeps you coming back. Otherwise, it's gonna get really hard to do. Facebook literally bans singing right now. You got plenty of crowbars, or at least a powerful one. A lot of annoying folks on Twitch. Nice attitude, though. I like it. Yeah, Fig's pretty tough. Like, Fig's pretty, seems like the stoic type. I think that he wouldn't be really... Seems like the type of person that wouldn't be really fazed by a couple of rude, you know, asshole 12-year-olds that crash his stream and make fun of him. Exactly, me too. That's why that's part of the reason why it makes me so happy when I see, you know, repeated faces come to my streams. Because then it feels more like a community of, that we get to know each other, actually. It isn't just every week brand new people. Now, of course, I love it when I see a couple new faces every week, but then I love seeing them come back, and then we all get to know each other. And, you know, the Discord helps with that too, and Twitter helps with that too. So, that is a good feeling. That's a good sign to me that, you know, I don't have 4,000 people in my streams, but I don't need that. I mean, it's nice that chat moves slowly enough that I can respond as well as I can to each and every one of you and give you a response to any comments that warrant a response to, I suppose, to the best of my ability. Irony alert. It knows you are not people yet. It knows you are not people. Most are not 12. Most, not all are 12. Most are 50, or so the legends go. Big babies. Where would you be without a turban? A turbo turban. I read turban. A turbo nerd dispensing survival and motorcycle facts you never asked for and don't want to know. Hey, that's not true. I too prefer smaller VTubers. I don't feel ignored by everyone clamoring for attention unless they super chat. Yeah. Ah, there I go, getting distracted again by the fascinating conversation. It's a good problem to have. I mean, I'm not gonna lie and pretend like I don't notice or that the money or making money from it doesn't appeal. Would it be great to have it be something that allows me to afford, like I could, you know, fix my ship in a couple of weeks rather than several years? That would be great. But I don't think that money could keep me doing it, though, if that was my only motivation. Yeah. Small community is comfy community. This is cozy. Exactly. And these streams are super comfy. Thanks. Yeah, I'm glad. That's my goal. I want you guys to feel comfortable. I want you guys to feel good. I want you to enjoy yourselves. I don't want you to feel pressured, you know, to do donations if you can't, because times is hard right now. And I want you to feel like you get attention regardless of your ability to donate, you know? I want you to feel seen. Because that's what I want. It's sort of like, what do you ask yourself what you want in life? And then give that to someone else. And then you'll realize you have had it all the time. Was that really sappy? That was really sappy. I'm sorry. Well, not really sorry. The rest is all cream, baby. That's true. I mean, again, money can solve, like I said in my marshmallow stream, money can solve a lot of problems. Like, you know, logistical problems, you know. But there's what's the phrase I'm looking for? A diminishing returns. That's the phrase I want. Diminishing returns. At some point, other things become much more important than money. Time with the people that you care about, your hobbies, doing things that you care about. I still enjoy Hololive as content, for example, but their chats and fan bases are impossible to enjoy. Yeah, they're very busy. I mean, I know you can slow down the chat, but how can you? It seems it would be very hard to feel seen there. It must be exciting. It must feel exciting to have that many people around you, supporting you and being excited for you. But I feel like I get pretty excited for every stream. I'm like, oh, I wonder who's gonna come. I wonder who's gonna come to the stream today. You know, like I have an idea in my head of who I have individuals in my head who I'm wondering about who might be there, and so it's nice that it hasn't gotten that crazy. But that's the sort of the trade-off. You know, if you want the big name and the big bucks, that comes with a big crowd, and that big crowd, it starts to feel less intimate. And is that, you know, depends on what you need. Granted, money can buy a dirt bike, and dirt bikes make people happy. There is that. Hear that, fellas? You have a chance. Oh. I'm stuck in the woods. You'd have to find me first. You gotta find me first. I don't even know where I am. Don't ever apologize for being lovable, Luna. I don't. That's why I also don't apologize for these. I try to have a sense of humor about them, though. Try to be realistic about the, you know, what people like to see. I'm in the woods. Yes, there are many of the woods, though. Which woods? Like horror pizza. Horror pizzas? What are horror pizzas? Is that just pineapple pizzas? It sounds like the Hololive streamers still try to get to know their most notorious clippers and super chatters and memers. Well, those people certainly would stand out. They are, you know. chat will choose his toppings. Ever had cheese and honey pizzas? I have not. What I have had is something delicious with honey is honey. Well, first peanut butter, but the peanut butter, well, no, let me back up again. First toast, then you spread on the peanut butter, then you drizzle on the honey, then you slice up some banana and you put the banana on the toast. And it's perfect. It's perfection. There's nothing else in the world you'll need ever again. All right. Oh, whoopsie doodles. There he is. Hey, he's doing a little dance. See, I can make him dance. I'm not here because of the boing boing. Well, that's good because they're actually, like I was saying earlier, they're mostly hidden. I'm quite demure as far as VTubers go. I'm here for the Death Road to Canada. It's coming back next week. My schedule's up already if you want to see. Have I ever heard of the Kecksburg UFO incident? There are so many. I probably have. I just don't associate the name with it. You'd have to probably describe it to me. Is Whoopsie Doodles the name of this stream theme? Whoopsie Doodles, that's just how I try to handle mistakes, you know? Oh, Whoopsie Doodles. That's a little whoopsie doodle right there. Only one nostril. Oh, I see what you're saying. No, that's that would be super cute if that's how I did their nostrils. His nostrils, just two little dots. No, that's a little light reflecty thing. But good caught. Good catch. Good catch. Good catch. I'll go in there and give him a real nostril. I originally didn't because of the angle of his nose, but I'll make it work. There you go. All right, Jeep. Have a good night. Thank you for coming and spending so much time with us here. It's been fun. Thank you for coming. A giant acorn crashed in the woods outside Kecksburg, Pennsylvania. The whole town saw them drive off with the object under a tarp. Yeah, that sounds pretty suspicious to me. I'm not saying it's aliens, but as an alien, I can tell you it was aliens. Alrighty, ditey. I think we're good for the night, my friends. I think that's good for the night. We didn't get through all of them again, but I feel more accomplished. And I'm glad that I did this second stream because I got to speak to some of you again, and I got to speak to some of you I didn't get to speak to you earlier. So thanks for coming. Yeah, drop a link in the Discord. So that's 8 of 12 horoscopes now. Let's see, we've got Gemini and Libra are still, we still have to do Gemini and Libra. I don't know, I've lost count, I'll have to go back and look. But probably what I'll do from here is I'll finish the rest of them off stream, and then we're gonna move on to a new topic for next art stream. I did want to. Somebody requested that they wanted to see me coloring in them as part of the stream. So I said, oh sure. Originally I was just going to draw the line art and do all the coloring off stream, but I had people strongly requested for coloring in. So didn't do all of them, but I did do some of them, and then we'll do a different thing. We're doing fan art. I'm doing fan art rather. You can do fan art too with me, along with me, on my next art stream. So check out my Twitter page Check out my Twitter feed. You'll find links to the Unusual and Quintessential Earth Food sign-up form. You'll find a link to my Discord station. Let's go with that. It's like a radio station. You're welcome, Toy and Be Idea. Thank you. Let's see. Oh yeah, good idea, Fireholder. Before we head out, I'd like to see that too. Yeah, Firestorm, fan art. I haven't decided who I guess I could do both, but I generally what I'm learning is that I take much longer in stream to draw than I would normally. So because I'm interacting so much with chat, so I probably won't get to 2. So I'm trying to decide which VTuber I want to do during that stream. Kiyomu Nomura. Kiyomu Nomura. Nice. Thank you. Kiyomu Nomura. Yeah. Ghost Town. Is it? Oh, is it? Is it Japanese? Traditional Japanese uses a lot of Chinese characters. Oh, that is true. Kanji. Three kanji, though. I see. So it's Kiyomu no Mura, or Mura, like mine, Mira, Luna Mira, or Kiyomu no Mura. Yeah, thank you very much for thank you for sharing that. I was curious. I hope you'll come back. I hope you come back to my streams. Thank you everybody again for joining us tonight. Mura, not Mira. Got it. Mura-san. Thank you everybody who came and spent time with me tonight. I hope you had a relaxing evening. I hope you get some good sleep. Or if your day is just starting, I hope you have a beautiful day. And I hope to see you crazy weirdos at my next stream. You guys are awesome. Thank you again. I love talking to you guys. It's a lot of fun. Bye. Good night.